Yeah, they
You
can.
notice, like, all the other ones can actually perk up their ears and shit. They
have floppy ears.
They can flick them.
They can flick them, which is
That's
adorable.
about it.
And they kind of perk them, but they don't actually go up. They're like floppy-eared rabbits. Because their ears just kind of go...
Let's see. Eaton's crew in general, though, the only ones I know that have hydraulics into their system.
This is true.
I don't know any Stitch Punk characters outside of RagNBone that actually have a hydraulic setup, because I wanted to add that with the backstory.
Now, it is a possibility there could be some, but as far as
there could be some, definitely, but I don't actually think I've seen anybody that actually has incorporated it.
Because honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if some of Stray's have some.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't seen any, at least from my knowledge, that actually have a hydraulic setup in them. Let's see, Crawford, Jesus Christ. I don't even know where to start with Crawford.
How about the fact that he's kick-ass?
He is kick-ass. He's that he's that kid in school that you know you shouldn't pick on, but you pick on him anyway, and eventually, you know, they get somebody to kick your ass for them, and then you wish you had never bothered with them in the first place. He's a Crayola fanatic, which is saying something, because I think I got him from my nephew. Now that I think about it, I think Crawford is my nephew. He's that one who tattletales to his dad or his older brother to beat people up, and he is a fanatic over crayons. I've never seen a fanboy over crayons before, ever in my life, except Slum and Demon. But still,
anything about his design in particular you like? I have to say I like the X's.
Yeah, I don't even know where I got the idea for the X's originally. I have no idea. I don't know where the marker came from. I don't know where the X's came from. I was just like, okay, dude, that's what you look like. End of story. You have fun with that.
You know you can't draw him unless he has the X's on.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. You can't draw Crawford unless he has the X's on. If you don't draw the X's, he doesn't look like Crawford.
He's
at all. You can keep the hat on and the vest on. You will never get him to look like Crawford.
You can leave your hat on.
Vic. Oh my god. Okay, I have to admit, Vic, I haven't seen a Stitch Punk with a visor. Not even in Acro's crew have I seen anybody with a visor, and Acro does all kinds of shit with their optics.
It's amazing. She loves eyes. I'm starting to think that Acro just has a thing for optics and eyes. Whereas everything has multiple eyes. I love it. Because that used to creep me out so bad. But Acro's characters, I love the way she does it.
Whereas, like with mine, I don't like it when they have eyes. I like the creepy aspect of somebody being blind or deaf, and they still know exactly what you're doing. Vic, it's kind of obvious. You know my back history, where before 9, I was a Transformers fan. So when you see Vic, the first thing that pops into your mind is either Jetstorm or Jazz. And that's probably where I got him from. But the whole Darren Hayes and everything afterwards, I didn't expect that at all. I didn't even expect him to be blue. I was just like, okay, you're going to have a visor, and then we're going to go with that. I just want you to have headphones and a visor. That's it. And then, you know, he's got a hoodie, and then he turns into an emo kid.
He has a hoodie.
And pockets! Darren.
His character development. You should be freaking proud of that shit.
This is true. I haven't seen a Stitch Punk with pockets. Aside from...
I've seen Stitch Punks with pockets. Christian has pockets, actually.
Well, yeah, Christian, yes. But, I mean, I haven't seen any. But then again, I don't go looking like you do.
Yeah.
But... I don't even know where I got the concept where... with the hoodie aspect. I think he originally had a hood on the back, but I took it off. And I was like, no, this is you. You weren't naked, but you look like you're wearing a hoodie.
I look like I'm wearing clothes.
But actually, I'm naked.
I need to ink that picture.
But yeah, Vic. And I think from Vic is actually where I got the idea where their feet can come off with actually dislocating the boot off. Let's see, Dabney. Hannah, you should have seen Hannah's expression when I brought out Dabney. She thought I brought a Sparkle Punk to the table, and she was amazing.
I saw Dabney. She's got this fucking rainbow hair. And
she has the rainbow yarn for hair.
Is practically wearing a cheerleader costume.
pretty much. She's got the short skirt. She only has one eye, which I actually like. I think I got her from Frankie and the Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow.
I like her optic design, actually.
Yeah.
I really do.
But she's the only one that
threw me for a loop the first time I saw it, but I was like, wow, that's kind of awesome. I like that it's blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I thought was really cool about her optic.
Yeah.
Was that it actually has color to it.
Let's see. She's made out of the RAF flag, which there's a fabric I haven't seen people using. There are actual flags out of it. Or any kind of fabric that flag's made out of. She was my first female Stitch Punk.
You should make more of them.
Ever.
Damn it.
I am so sexist when it comes to my characters. I love male characters. But I love the concept of brothers, which Ben and Jarek are brothers, and Vic and Crawford are brothers. But I was like, okay. I apparently need a female Stitch Punk before Hannah chops my head off. So I made Dabney. And Dabney actually turned out to be kind of motherfucking amazing.
Of course, Dabney originally was just like, I'm going to sit around with my dad and not say anything.
Yeah. Because, when we don't know what we're doing with characters, we just set them aside for right now.
They just kind of hang out, they chill.
Yeah, we did that with Poe and Dickens, I think.
For a while there, yeah.
For a while, and Hemingway a little bit. But Hemingway was emo, so he doesn't really...
Yeah, well, Hemingway made sense, because...
Let's see, Ward. Ward is actually the first father figure we had on the table.
He's about the only one other than Lewis.
Lewis and Klaus. But
and Klaus is a father
like
figure.
Actual... I think...
I'm involved with your life. I'm going to threaten people that try to hurt my daughter and hit on her.
Even though the Eve Punks have a family set up, I think Eaton's Crew is the first one that actually has straight out
the naming convention.
Ties.
Yes, because the reason why is because while the Eve Punks have a family set up, they never really realized that they had.
They don't really put a actual status.
They didn't realize they had a status, exactly. Because the moment you start building a status is the moment when you start basing your concept of these people on those ties, and they never did that.
Yeah, whereas Eaton's Crew, Ben and Jarek are brothers. Crawford and Vic are brothers. Dabney and Ward is actually daughter and father. And they're the actual only ones they're the first ones that I know. And then we didn't actually bring that concept in again until the Franz Punks.
Yeah, because the Franz Punks were raised on the concept.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, okay.
And I got that because I liked your concept, and I just want to do a different spin on it.
Yeah, because you do that. We do this a lot. We make a character, somebody presents a character, and then we're like, okay, we'll keep that character, but I'm going to do it better. And then we just keep going back and forth, and then it's like, alright, now we got a Sparkle Punk.
I would not be shocked if we have one by the end of it.
I wouldn't be surprised where the Facade Crew came in. The Facade Crew is where we're at right now. Jesus Christ. Yeah,
okay.
I think that's it. Let's go with the Franz Punks.
Wait,
now.
did we cover everybody?
Yeah, Ben, Jarek, Crawford, Vic, Dabney, and Ward.
Yeah, because you did Ben and Jarek together, that's right.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so, the Franz Punks.
Best designs ever. First time I've ever seen anybody use the clock concept.
Yeah, I like the fact that my guys, as a whole, I like the fact that the Franz Punks have the clocks. I also like that they kind of have a bit of a rule about them. If you their backstory, of course, I love.
Very religious.
I love their religious back history. I'm particularly proud of that. They're there's one little rule you'll notice. You may pick up on it with the Franz Punks. If you take a look at their designs, in particular, you'll notice that 3 of them use a kind of clasp on their chest. 3 of them have zippers. 3 of them have buttons. Now, there is a whole crew of 9 for the Franz Punks, but 2 of them are missing. And if you look at the way they're designed, like, you'll notice some of them are designed similar. Isaac, Klaus, and Liesl are designed similarly to one another. Wagner shares some design concepts with Anton and with Johann. So they all have similar aspects to one another. And I kind of like that they have that. It was actually their creator's design. Now, individually, Klaus. I think that Klaus is cute and pudgy. I think that's what I'm proud of with Klaus. He's cute and he's pudgy, and he's a very simple character. Klaus really hasn't developed much, and part of the reason why he hasn't is just because of the fact that he's been through a lot, and he hasn't been put through a lot more because he's been through so much. His design in general, I like his vest. I like the fact that the Franz ones have vests.
He started out as an accountant. He had a goddamn visor going on. I was like, what? I'm so cute.
Liesel, I like the fact that you suggested the bandana for her.
Because it really fit.
It fits her very well.
I didn't think it would fit until I saw Desi put it on her.
Yeah. I like the bandana, which is, I blame Desi and Rattles for that, and it worked out great. Now, other things for Liesel. Of course, Liesel, again, is another one of the simple characters.
She's a mother figure. She's the actual first mother figure we have.
Yeah, the first legitimate mother figure. Now, as far as her backstory, one thing that I do like about her is that she's pretty steadfast in her beliefs as far as how people should be treated. She will stand up for the rest of her family if she feels they're threatened. She will question and she will challenge people, even though she doesn't seem like a character that would do that because she's really quiet normally. Let me see. Isaac. Oh Lord.
Isaac is our very first villain.
Isaac is our very first villain. I'm proud of Isaac's backstory for that. I'm also proud of Isaac's design as far as I can make him come across as being collected, regal, a person of authority and power, but I can also make him look very freaking creepy. Most of the pictures you've probably seen of Isaac make him look very creepy. I actually do want to do a couple of them where he's preaching, because when he's preaching, I can make him look a little bit more distinguished.
He's a fire and brimstone priest.
He is very much a fire and brimstone priest. Design-wise, I like that he's got this whole semi-Aladdin, silk tie preacher thing going on. Wagner. The hat. If that guy didn't have the hat and the monocle, he would not be the person he is today.
That hat has gotten him everywhere.
It has gotten him everywhere. And into everywhere. And with everybody. But, pretty much, it started, him and 8 started hanging out because 8 stole his hat, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
But, just mess with him. Wagner, I like the way that his character is humble as far as backstory and personality goes. I'm really proud of how I'm proud of him being humble. But he sticks with it is the thing. He doesn't get a big head. He's really, just kind of down to earth in some ways. He may try to portray himself as being a jackass or being more than that, but he's really not.
Put Dad in the picture, he's totally not.
Yeah, he's really, a sweet old guy dressed up in jackass's clothing. But, let me think, Johan, design-wise, I love his colors. I love the muted greens I used on them. Those were totally just derped up in the side. I sat down in, not side, but in an open canvas. I sat down in open canvas, I kind of rough sketched them, and then I put the colors on them, and I really liked the color scheme that came out, and I just kind of used it. Personality or backstory-wise, I like that he has a really tortured backstory. Really tortured. He's probably got one of the worst backstories out of the whole crew. But in having this backstory, the character also, it makes him a little bit more complex. You won't see it for a while because it's hidden, sort of. But when it does start to come out, you'll see more of it.
Oh, yeah.
Anton. Oh, good God.